In the summer of 2016, a freelance urban explorer named Max Loring uploaded a short clip titled, "Found VHS in Abandoned Storage Lot. This is not mine." It was filmed on a handheld camera, shaky, low resolution. The setting: a forgotten warehouse on the outskirts of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Inside, Max found a pile of discarded electronics, VHS players, and a single unmarked black tape. He brought it home. He didn't expect much, maybe old store footage, security camera junk. But when he played the tape, something felt wrong. It began with standard footage. A static shot of a parking lot 4:3 aspect ratio timecode in yellow digits. The 7th of February 1994, 3:14 a.m. It ran for 23 minutes. Nothing moved. No people. Just wind. And a flickering light in the top right corner. Then the screen went black. When it returned, the shot had changed. Now it was inside a warehouse, presumably the same one. Again, timecode. The 7th of February 1994, 3:19 a.m., still empty. But this time, in the far back corner, a shadow flickered, like a person shifting slightly. Max paused the tape. When he resumed, the shadow was gone. He uploaded the clip with a note: "There's no one here." But it feels like there is. Viewers left hundreds of comments. But one in particular stood out. "That's you, right? The guy in the corner?" Pause at 3:21. Max replied, "I wasn't in the frame. I was filming my screen." The commenter responded, "No, I mean on the tape." Max reviewed the footage, frame by frame. At 3:21, the corner shifted. A blurry figure stood half visible, too tall, arms bent, unmoving. Zooming in, he saw what looked like a GoPro on its chest strap. Just like the one he wore. He scrubbed forward. At 3:26, the figure was closer. At 3:32, it looked toward the camera. At 3:34, it blinked. The tape cut to static. After seeing the figure on tape wearing what looked like his own gear, Max panicked. He ejected the tape. He unplugged the player. He packed everything into a box and left it in his garage. But the next morning, something had changed. The VHS tape was on his desk, plugged in, rewound, ready to play, and written on the label, in pen that hadn't been there before, were the words, "You left too early." He filmed his reaction and uploaded it. Within hours, his comment section filled with identical messages. "Wait. That hallway at 402. I think I've seen that before. That's the inside of my old apartment. I'm not kidding." Pause at 409. "The guy walking past the shelf. That's my coat." People from across the country, some who had never met Max, never been to Iowa, began claiming the tape showed locations from their childhood, their homes, even rooms that no longer existed. One user stitched together frame captures across multiple rewatches. Each playthrough revealed slightly different scenes. A chair moved, a light turned off, a door that had been shut was now open. Then came the faces. At timestamp 4:27, a mirror reflection appeared on screen. In the first upload, it was blurry. But on replays, the reflection began resolving. It showed a face, not Max's, not the original viewers, but yours, whoever was watching at that moment. Multiple users screen recorded different versions, and the face always matched their own webcam, even if no webcam was active. Then Max tried deleting the file. He wiped the tape, used a magnet, destroyed the shell, but a week later, his TV powered on by itself at 3:14 a.m. The same timestamp from the tape. And the screen? A paused frame. The parking lot. Flickering light. But now, parked right under the camera. His own car. He disconnected everything. Moved to a new apartment. Bought a new TV. But then his neighbor knocked, holding a small box. "Hey, this showed up outside your door. Thought it was for you." Inside, a used VCR and labeled black tape and a note. "This one remembers better." Max uploaded one final update. A 6-minute video titled, "I tried watching it backwards. It knew." The video showed him playing the mysterious tape in reverse, slowed down 50%, on an old TV, VCR combo. At minute 3:06, something strange happened. The tape glitched, and reversed itself back to normal speed, mid-playback. Then displayed a new timestamp. December 14, 2023, 7:47 p.m. That was 4 days in the future. In the footage, it showed his own apartment. Same couch, same curtain, only, the door was wide open. And on the floor, Max, motionless. He unplugged everything. But at 7:47 p.m. on the 14th, his fire alarm went off. Smoke in the kitchen. He had fallen asleep with the stove on. He survived, but the tape had shown it before it happened. That's when other people started checking their own copies. Versions they had downloaded, ripped, archived. Some even claimed the YouTube mirror clips were changing after they'd already saved them. One user reported that the file they downloaded last week had increased runtime by 12 seconds, and now ended on a shot of their bedroom. Another played their saved file and said, "It's not footage anymore. It's looking. Every time I blink, the figure moves closer." A deep dive YouTuber named No Data Backup ran forensic analysis on 20 variations of the footage. He found a new pattern. Each copy contained a unique digital watermark. The watermark corresponded to the user's device name, playback location, and time of first full view, meaning the tape was creating a profile, a record, and feeding that profile back into the footage. But the most disturbing discovery came from a comment on a now deleted video. The tape doesn't record the past. It builds from what you fear, and it waits for that to happen. One user posted a still at timestamp 5:44. It showed a blurry street corner. He recognized it immediately. 2 weeks later, he was hit by a car, on that same corner. After weeks of trying to destroy, erase, and outrun the tape, Max gave up. His final message, posted to a locked thread on our Lost Tapes, was just one sentence: "It doesn't need to be watched anymore. It watches itself." That same night, dozens of people across forums, Discord groups, and analog horror subreddits reported the same experience. They woke up at exactly 3:14 a.m. Their TV was off. Their laptop screens were black, but reflected in the glass was the tape footage, playing silently, with them inside it. Devices with no power flickered once. Old TVs hummed with static for 3 seconds, then cut to black. Some even claimed their mirrors began showing short flickers of familiar rooms, but the reflection was 2 seconds behind. And in one frame, the reflection blinked first. A user named Frames Within Frames discovered that pausing any version of the video at timestamp 6 hours 6 minutes and 6 seconds revealed one frame not present in any timeline scrubber. This hidden frame showed a list, 14 names, 13 faces, and one entry left blank, with the caption, "Next." When the frame was extracted and enhanced, the blank entry auto-filled, with the viewer's own name, only visible when they looked at it, and no one else could see it the same way twice. Eventually, a Reddit user streamed themselves watching all variations of the tape, backwards, looped, color inverted. At the end of the stream, they said, "It's not about what the tape shows. It's about who's showing it, and who it's waiting for." Then they smiled, paused, and the stream never ended. It kept running for 48 more hours, with the screen frozen. Except, every few hours, a single frame changed. Updated. Someone new appeared. Someone watching. By now, the tape has no file, no container, no extension. It appears on whatever plays back memory. A screen, a dream, a distant reflection. And when it finishes playing, it doesn't rewind the tape. It rewinds you. This is Fade to Black, where the stories they tried to bury play themselves anyway. Like, comment, subscribe, before this channel disappears too. Thank you for watching until the end. If you see flicker on a screen that isn't plugged in, if you find yourself in a room that hasn't existed in years, if the reflection in your window watches just a second too long, ask yourself, when did you start being recorded? And when will you finish being played back? This is Fade to Black.